Well, first on Good Morning Cleveland, a breaking News 5 investigation.
Yeah, on your side, Chief Investigator Ron Regan has been looking into the Cleveland Water Department for an entire year. And Ron, you've now uncovered even more bizarre billing tactics.
That's right. We found out you don't even need a heartbeat to get a skyrocketing water bill. The Cleveland Water Department is now billing the dead for water. I learned it's happening at Bet Olam Cemetery in Beechwood. We obtained billing records that show the Cleveland Division of Water slapped the cemetery with a $5,000 bill plus a $6,000 sewer bill. Now, that's normally $53. 12,000 people are buried here, including our own broadcasting icon, Dorothy Fulltime. But not a single one of them, of course, is using water. The cemetery supervisor tells me the nonprofit cemetery won't pay for water it didn't use.
It's kind of a slap in the face. You know, here you are, 12,000 people buried here, and you're making us pay a bill for nothing that they did, you know, and nothing that we did, you know, and it's just wrong.
Well, this past Monday, we asked the Water Department for a comment. Yesterday, Bet Olam Cemetery received a new bill. The entire $11,000 overcharge was removed, but no explanation given to anybody. I'm Chief Investigator Ron Regan. Terrence, Karina.
First on Good Morning Cleveland, a breaking News 5 investigation finding kids at risk.
Yeah, for months, On Your Side investigator Sarah Buttison has been digging into state education records. She's here now to explain what she found. And I mean, Sarah, we are talking about some serious problems.
You've got that right. We found hundreds of teachers, coaches, and other educators who've behaved so badly. They've been banned from getting a state education license for life. But we also found that doesn't always keep them out of the classroom. How were you hired?
Ma'am, I'm not at liberty to talk to you right now. I'm hired through...
Take Varric Fuller. Ohio permanently denied him a license because he admitted, among other things, to sending vulgar texts to a teenage girl who was a student where he worked. We're talking texts so graphic, we can't show you them on TV. So where did we find Fuller? Still working with teenage girls at Invictus High School, a Cleveland charter school.
Did they know that you lost your license?
They didn't inquire about it, but I did let them know. I did put it on my... I've told them about my situation. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's not what school officials told me. In fact, they fired Fuller a few hours after that interview. So how does this happen? The Ohio Department of Education refused to talk to us. What we do know, their decisions are administrative, so they don't turn up on background checks. On your side, I'm investigator Sarah Buttison, News 5.
Welcome back. Time now 6:14. New for you this morning, the dire effects of concussions on football players. A local high school athlete suffered repeated injuries on the field.
Yeah, and now his girlfriend is fighting for change and also to keep his memory alive. And this morning, she is only talking to News 5's Lauren Brill.
He's one of those guys who was shorter and not as big as the other guys, but way incredibly more powerful in his punch than the other guys. And that's because he used his head.
A football player doing whatever it took to win. Zach Easter's style of play came with consequences, and his girlfriend, Allison Epperson, knew it. Even though Zach stopped playing football after high school, he told Allison he believed he had CTE, a brain disease linked to concussions. Then one day, he sent her a devastating text message.
Thank you for everything. You've helped me through so much, and never ever blame yourself for anything. I love you and will always be over your shoulder looking after you no matter what.
Allison knew what was about to happen.
He shot himself in the heart.
Shot in the heart so he could leave his brain to science. And that's not all. Zach left behind journals that chronicled his descent. Now, Allison, a Case Western Reserve Law student, is dedicated to furthering his mission and educating people about protecting their brains.
CT has become such a big part of my life, a devastating part of my life, but a life that's not a part that's not going to go away, and that I will, no matter what I do in my personal career, in my personal life, I will forever continue to do what he asked and to spread this message.
Lauren Brill, News 5.
Well, if you want to learn more about the lessons learned from Zach's suicide, check out Lauren's blog on the News 5 app.
Right now, the E-Team is bringing you exclusive details about our governor's future.
John Kasich just launched a new public policy group. It's called Two Paths America. And only this morning, he speaks exclusively with our John Kasich about the group and his plans after leaving office.
TwoPathsAmerica.com just launched with the core Kasich crew. What will be its purpose?
Well, I'm going to, I believe at some point here, be able to get back out. In fact, I have a call today on the balanced budget amendment, which I think is important to the Constitution to force the Congress to act responsibly. Will allow me to keep a team together to be able to communicate things I feel strongly about, whether they're national security, whether domestic issues. I think it's important that I can keep a voice, you know, and a voice that's going to be fair. My goal is to, with any president, I praise them when they do a good job, and if I think they're in the wrong direction, I want to point it out.
Are you keeping your options open politically?
No, you know, I want to continue to be a voice, but in terms of running for public office, I really don't see that. I mean, I have no interest in running for the United States Senate, and we have a Republican president who I will support when I can, and at times point out where I think they misstep. But I don't kind of look forward here, John, to a point where I'm going to be seeking public office again. I mean, you know, nothing is ever completely off the table, but I just can't see what the scenario would be.
Kasich leaves Thursday, though, for Germany at a key international security conference in Munich. For Good Morning Cleveland, I'm John Kasich.